Hello everyone. Today we're talking about self-arrest, the set of potentially life-saving techniques you need to know if you're going to be climbing or hiking across snow slopes or snowfields. Hello again, Jason here, and today we're talking about self-arrest. That is, the techniques that you use to stop your momentum from carrying you all the way down a snow slope should you slip and fall. Self-arrest is a foundational skill if you're going to be traveling across snow. Knowing how to use an ice axe to arrest your fall can be the difference between getting to continue your trip and potentially sustaining an injury. And yes, potentially sustaining an injury you don't get to walk away from. We're going to be covering the mechanics of arresting a fall on snow in 4 different orientations of slide, so that you'll know what to do should you happen to slip and fall and end up in any one of those 4 orientations. We'll also talk about how to practice self-arrest in a safe way so that you'll get good, not get injured. As a reminder, ice axe techniques can be broadly thought of in 2 categories, self-arrest and self-belay. If today's arrest video is about what to do if a fall happens, our last video's topic of self-belay was all about how to use your ice axe in the best possible way to stop a fall from happening in the first place. And if you had in our video about understanding how axes are designed and why certain axe designs are better at supporting different techniques than others, all so that you can choose the best ice axe for you, you end up with a comprehensive series of videos that can be used to help you be prepared to get safely across snow. Before we get into each orientation of fall and how to react to it, let's talk about the fundamental steps of self-arrest and the whys behind each one of them. These will apply regardless of the orientation of fall you might happen to find yourself in. Now, step 1 is get your pick into the snow as soon as possible. You want to start creating drag as soon as your slide starts because the first few moments of a slide are the most crucial. Once you get going too fast, no amount of effort is going to get you to stop. Step 2, get your chest and shoulder over the pick and weighting down onto that pick. Your arms aren't strong enough to overcome large amounts of momentum, but your body weight is highly efficient at applying force. Step 3, crunch with your abs as hard as you have ever done to get your hips into the air and reduce the surface area that's making contact with the snow. The more surface area of your body that's on the snow, the more your body acts like a sled. And step 4, once you're nearing your halt, vigorously kick your toes in to create a platform that you are far less likely to slip from again. Okay, so keeping those steps in mind, recall that in our video about traveling using self-belay techniques, that glissade, or an intentional slide, demanded that you be ready to self-arrest. Well, the orientation of a seated glissade, that is, feet first heading down but face up, that is, you can see the sky, is the first of the 4 orientations that we're going to be talking about. It's the one that we're going to find ourselves in the most often, if for no other reason you're going to make the choice to glissade probably far more frequently than you're going to find yourself in an accidental fall. Now, let's talk about the application of our 4 arrest steps in this orientation of fall. Begin by getting that pick immediately into the slope. This will have the effect of slowing down your momentum on that side of your body that has the pick in. So basically you now have one half of your body going slightly faster than the other side. The side with the pick in it's going slower. Now ride that momentum and allow it to roll you over onto your chest. Crunch those core muscles so that you get those hips up. Now coming to a stop, finish with an aggressive set of kicks to secure your feet in place and create that platform. Now let's take a look at the second orientation of fall. Your feet are still heading down first, but now you're facing in towards the slope rather than up towards the sky. In this case, you're almost already in a rest position. You just have to keep your head about you. Drive that pick by twisting a short amount but strongly with your torso, having the effect of driving the shoulder that's above your pick downward and letting those big muscles in your core create the force over the pick rather than your comparatively weak muscles that are in your arms. Make that strong crunch move to elevate your hips and apply the finishing kicks. The third orientation is facing in, that is, towards the slope, with your back to the sky, but this time your head is going down the slope first rather than your feet. Once again, your body is almost in a rest position. We just need to figure out how to get our feet below our head. For that, we can use momentum as our friend again by following the 4 steps we've already discussed. By driving that pick immediately into the slope, it once again will have the effect of slowing down one side of your body, that is the pick side, as compared to the other side of your body. This change in speed on one side of your body will have the effect of spinning you around, using this pick as a pivot point of that turn. Let that momentum happen. As you come to the more secure orientation of having your feet now below your head, make that strong crunch. And as you come to a stop, finish with those kicks. The final orientation is by far the hardest to execute and arrest from. That is, head heading down slope first, but now you're facing up towards the sky. The reason this is so hard is that it is very difficult to apply efficient force to the initial pick drive. That has the effect of not slowing your momentum down much at all. And like I said towards the top of this video, if your momentum starts gaining on you rather than slowing you down, it becomes very hard to physically overcome those first few moments of inefficiency. For you physics geeks out there, that's what the nature of acceleration is all about, right? It multiplies momentum, meaning that you need to apply more force to stop that momentum. On the blog post that goes along with this video, I'll write a bit more about how I get to these figures, but the crux is that after 3 seconds of sliding, I need to produce about 225% more force to stop my slide than I would have at 1 second. That is, if I'm on a 45-degree slope. Now think about how hard that is to do from the orientation of this slide. To get the pick jabbed into the snow at my hip, I need to do an incline sit-up and probably do it while wearing a backpack. This is one of the reasons why I do weighted incline sit-ups as part of my fitness routine. Assuming I've developed the strength to do this maneuver, then I've just described the first step to get the pick into the slope, ideally by my hip. So I do that incline sit-up, drive the pick, and that once again will slow down one side of my body. Yes, I still want to ride that momentum, let my legs swing, bring my feet below my head, but I need to add a twist to it this time to get me facing down into the slope. Once there, it's shoulder over the pick, make my strong crunch of my core muscles, and kick in upon arrest, like always. Easy to say, hard to do. You can see that this is harder just by looking at how far into the corner of the frame I go in this shot. It's just a harder thing to do physically, and this is without a pack on. Here's a cleaner view that I did from further away so that you can get a better look at the end product. So, those are the 4 self-arrest techniques that you need to know and practice based on the 4 slide orientations. Now, speaking of practice, here's some pieces of advice that have been hard-won from years of my teaching these skills to mountaineering students. First, practice on gentle slopes until you get very proficient, just enough of a slope to allow you to slide. Second, don't wear crampons for practice. If you really get going and you have some good momentum, if you accidentally drop a crampon point to the surface and the feet jab into the slope, that foot can grab and break your ankle, or worse yet, flip you over and windmill you down the slope. So no traction on your feet to start. Third, the adze on your axe can be a danger when practicing, as it's often up around your shoulder, neck, and face. You should cover it with a less damaging material. You can buy guards like we have for the kids, or you can just tape up the adze with a strong duct tape or Gorilla Tape for your practice sessions. And fourth, wear a helmet. You are hurtling yourself down a slope. The snow could be hiding rocks or ice or other hard surfaces. Take care of your noggin. That then is self-arrest. Couple that with self-belay and choosing the right ice axe from our previous videos, and you're ready to gain confidence moving over riskier snow formations. Let us know in the comment section if you're planning on practicing or if you've ever had to use self-arrest in a real situation. If you want additional information on this video and every video we produce, along with links to the equipment we discuss, sample gear lists, sample itineraries, and links to other outdoor resources, please visit our website at shortguysbetaworks.com. The link's in the description below. And if you want to be alerted as we release new content, please subscribe and ring that bell. We produce how-to and educational videos, like this one, as well as short films about our family adventures, and release something new every week. So if you have suggestions for content that you'd like to see, you can drop those in the comments section too. We'll see you again soon, and keep on getting more out of that big outside.